Foster, Fox News. President Trump says it could be a few days before Iran responds to the administration's latest peace proposal, but warns of new attacks quickly if Iran does not give the right answers. And there's a report he might not like one of the answers. Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Reports Iran's Supreme Leader Mustafa Khamenei has issued a directive not to export Iran's already highly enriched uranium. This is a red line for the United States, and we will wait to see how U.S. officials respond. It comes as Iran's foreign ministry says the country is reviewing a new U.S. proposal, and Pakistan's interior minister traveled to Tehran for direct talks aimed at moving a possible agreement forward. President Trump says he's in no hurry to make a deal since the U.S. naval blockade is causing significant economic damage to Iran and weakening the regime. He indicated the war could resume quickly if Iran doesn't respond well.
A new Fox poll, meantime, finds 60% of Americans are opposed to the Iran operation, up 5% from last month. The Democratic National Committee releases its autopsy report on the 2024 presidential election and what went wrong for Kamala Harris against Donald Trump. The report was going to be kept private.
The report released by DNC Chair Ken Martin today is nearly 200 pages long. And one of its arguments is that Democrats lost connection with working class Americans, focusing too much on anti-Trump messaging instead of coming up with a strong economic message that would resonate with voters in the South, Midwest, and rural America. It states Democrats need to do more to meet voters where they're getting their content, like social media. Martin was under a lot of pressure to release this report. In a statement, he says he wasn't happy with it, saying the product did not meet his standards. Martin says he wanted actionable steps, so he does not endorse the product, but he says he released it for the sake of transparency.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, among other things. The report also says former President Biden's team did not do enough to position Vice President Harris for success. Memorial Day weekend travel starts today for a lot of people, and it's expected to be a busy one despite higher gas prices.
AAA predicting a record-breaking 45 million people will be traveling at least 50 miles for the holiday between today and Monday. That's up from 44.8 million last year. Driving is the most popular way to travel this weekend, and more than 39 million people are expected to hit the roads. That's up 100,000 from last year. And this afternoon is expected to be one of the worst times to hit the road, along with Friday and Monday afternoons. And of course, the best time to hit the road is today after 9 p.m. Eastern. Gas prices are also higher than last year, when the national average for a regular gallon of gasoline on Memorial Day was $3.18. Current pump prices, national average of $4.56.
It's Fox's Chanley Painter reporting. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has started Ebola-related screenings at U.S. airports amid an outbreak in parts of East and Central Africa. Fox's Jeff Manasso reports.
Americans arriving from Uganda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, or South Sudan will be screened at U.S. airports, including O'Hare International here in Chicago, where the CDC says the danger is low, amid temperature checks, contact tracing, and other testing requirements, with non-citizens coming from those African areas being denied entry in a preventative push to keep Ebola out of the U.S. The screening's now in effect for 30 days, and travelers are being urged to also pay close attention to symptoms of Ebola that include high fever, vomiting, and unexplained bleeding. In Chicago, Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Today, Senate Republican leaders are expected to abandon a proposal for $1 billion in funding for security at a new White House ballroom President Trump's having built. The money was going to be included in a bill to pay for border and immigration enforcement. But there's political opposition and questions about how it could be done under Senate rules for this kind of reconciliation funding bill. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.